material. The word material is similar to the words things or stuff. In these examples, material is a count noun. The teacher brought her materials to class. Stronger, more durable materials went into the construction of the new bridge. Are these your materials? As a non-count noun, material refers to the substance of something. What kind of material is this? They used flexible material to make the object. This sort of material is rare on our planet. The teacher covered a lot of material in class. The word materialize is a verb. It means that something appears or becomes a reality. New solutions to the problem have finally materialized. The ideas they were working on never materialized. Scientists are afraid that a new strain of the flu is materializing in Asia. Information about the 3 kidnapped women continues to materialize. Math. The word math is a shorter form of the word mathematics. Math involves the use of numbers to determine amounts, figure out measurements or distances, and solve problems. Sylvia is studying math. She's in a math class. Her math teacher is Mr. Jefferson. He's a whiz when it comes to math. Oscar uses a lot of math at work. He's got a knack for working with numbers. Terry isn't very good at math. Math is her least favorite subject. Are you good at math? Do you like math? People who are good at math often become engineers, doctors, or scientists. Matter. The word matter is used for a situation or a problem. However, the exact meaning of this word is dependent on the circumstances of the situation. What's the matter? It doesn't matter. No matter what I do, I can't figure out this problem. This is no laughing matter. These decisions matter. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of hungry. The kind of education you get early in life will matter later in life. This word is also used in science when discussing the existence of things in the universe. All things are made of some type of matter. Matter has weight and takes up space. The air around you is made up of matter. Maybe. The word maybe is used in response to a question in which the answer is yes or no. Maybe is an answer that is somewhere between yes or no. It's also used when there's uncertainty or a person is unsure about something. Is it going to snow tomorrow? Maybe. Does the car have gas? Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe we can go to the museum this week. Maybe he'll find a good job if he moves to a bigger city. When Teresa retires, she might move to Arizona, or maybe she'll go to Florida. She doesn't know yet. Maybe this time I'll win the lottery. Don't confuse the word maybe with the modal verb may and the main verb be. Maybe is one word. It doesn't go after a subject. May be are two words which follow a subject. Listen to the examples below. I may be late. She may be too tired. He may be here later today. Maybe she's too tired. Maybe he'll be here later today. Meal. Meal is another word for the food that people eat for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. The family sat down at their dinner table and enjoyed a meal of fish, rice, and vegetables. The meal that Olga made for dinner last night was quite good. A coupon for that restaurant promises 2 meals for the price of 1. A breakfast consisting of eggs, hash browns, and toast can be a satisfying meal. For some people around the world, lunch is the biggest and most important meal of the day. Bread and water isn't much of a meal. We have to put our dog outside during mealtime, otherwise she begs for food. Free meals are provided to the homeless on Thanksgiving. You can also use the word meal when whole grain is crushed and used for cooking or for breakfast. Bob likes to eat oatmeal in the morning. Zelda uses cornmeal as a coating for fried fish. Mean. The word mean has many different meanings depending on the situation. The most important thing for you as a student of English to know is that we use the word mean when we want the definition of a word. Look at these examples. What does awful mean? Do you know what this word means? I don't know what this means. Do you understand what this sentence means? What did she really mean when she said that she was disappointed? Sometimes my students will ask the question like this: what means this word? This is not correct. When you want to know the definition or meaning for a particular word, ask the question like this: what does, and then the word goes after does, mean? What does endeavor mean? What does raunchy mean? The teacher or whoever answers the questions then says this: the word endeavor means to try hard to do something. The word raunchy means that something is kind of dirty or a person's behavior is vulgar. The word meaning is a noun. What's the meaning of this word? Do you know the meaning of the word endeavor? You can use a dictionary or a thesaurus to find the meaning. There are other slightly different meanings for the word mean. What does this situation mean for our company? A drop in profits means that the company will have to lay off more workers. She means well. In this next set of examples, the word mean is used as an adjective. She's a very mean person. The children were being mean to the dog. He's a lean, mean fighting machine. What is the mean for these numbers? Means. The noun means is quite different from the adjective mean or the verb mean. As a noun, means is very similar to income or method. This word always has an S. There is no singular form for it. The sentences below use means to describe the way in which a person makes money. They now have the means necessary to take a lot of vacations. Rob no longer has the means required to maintain his lifestyle. It's a good idea to try to live within your means. If you don't live within your means, you might find yourself in financial trouble. People who lack the means for taking care of themselves can get help from the government. You can also use means when describing a method for transportation or as a way of getting something done. Most people in the United States rely on a car as their means of transportation. Rudy's car is his only means for getting to work. In big cities, public transit is a reliable means of transportation. Carla defended herself for lying on her resume, saying that she needed to get a job by any means necessary. Do the ends justify the means? Meat. Meat is the fleshy muscle of an animal, which is eaten by other animals. Meat is a source of protein. Human beings and animals both like to eat meat. People who don't eat meat are vegetarians. The meat from a cow is called beef. If your doctor tells you to cut back on red meat is beef. The meat from a pig is called pork. The meat from a chicken is called chicken. Some people don't consider fish to be meat, but it is still a type of meat. You can buy processed meat from a deli. Ham, salami, and sliced turkey are popular forms of lunch meat for sandwiches. Spam is processed meat that comes in a can. Is a person who works in the meat department of a grocery store. Do you like to eat meat? What kind of meat do you like? Medal. If a person competes and wins in a competition, he or she might be awarded a medal. A medal is a prize for success or victory. Some medals are given for participation. During the Olympic Games held every 4 years, athletes compete for medals. There are 3 types of medals. A gold medal is given to someone who comes in first place. A silver medal goes to the person who comes in second place. The person who comes in third gets a bronze medal. Of course, the most important thing about the games is not the winning of medals, but the opportunity to compete in a peaceful setting that brings together the best athletes in the world. Medals are also given for bravery during combat in a war or a battle. Some medals are awarded for bravery. Other medals are given for participation in a battle. Most recipients of medals are proud of their accomplishments. Medicine. The word medicine is a noun that refers to the tablets, pills, capsules, injections, liquids, drugs, or plants that help a person who is sick or in pain. The doctor prescribed some medicine for Amina's severe headaches. Edward went to the pharmacy to pick up some medicine for his kids. Be careful, that medicine is very strong. Some medicine needs to be taken with food. Teresa went to college to study medicine. A popular abbreviation for medicine is med or meds. Ronald is off his meds. The doctor prescribed some meds for his patient. Teresa is going to med school. The word Medicinal is an adjective. There are medicinal uses for many herbs. A medicinal application was discovered for a chemical created in a laboratory. Green tea seems to have some medicinal properties. The word medicate is a verb. To medicate is to give medicine or a drug to someone. Doctors medicated the patient prior to surgery. Our dog is being medicated for arthritis. Through the use of drugs and alcohol, some people self-medicate to relieve their physical or mental pain. Meet. When people get together in person and talk face to face, they meet. The simple form of this verb is meet. The past tense is met, and the past participle is met. We use this word for first encounters with someone we don't know. It's nice to meet you. We met some interesting people at the party. As a teacher, I have had the opportunity to meet many people from around the world. Brandon and Maria met online 2 years ago. They're getting married in the spring. Have you met Gloria? No? This is Gloria. She'll be working in the advertising department. We also use the word meet when people plan to get together for some purpose. Let's meet next week to discuss your ideas. The committee meets regularly to plan events for the company. Linda met her accountant last week to talk about her taxes. When describing goals, expectations, standards, and other ideas about present and future events, you can use the word meet. We met our goals last month, so we all get a bonus. Vanessa's group failed to meet its goals. The supervisor's expectations were not met. This hotel didn't meet my expectations for cleanliness. The construction site meets the standard requirements for worker safety. The word meeting is a noun. A meeting is a gathering of people. We have a meeting next week. Neil missed the business meeting because he was sick. Wesley said the meeting was boring. Meetings without an agenda are usually not very productive. Tom says he hates going to meetings. The word meet is used as a noun for some school-related sporting events. The high school is hosting a track meet this afternoon. There's a wrestling meet this weekend. Melt. The verb melt is used when something cold or hard changes from a solid to a liquid or soft form. We usually use melt with things like snow, ice, and ice cream, but there are other situations in which this word can appear. All of the snow is melting in our front yard. When ice melts, it turns to water. Don't leave the ice cream out of the freezer. If you do, it will melt. The defroster on your car will help melt the ice off of your back windshield. Many people like to eat hot melted cheese on tortilla chips. Metals like gold and silver melt at very high temperatures. Her love for him melted his heart. If the snow hadn't melted, we would have been able to go skiing. Now we can't go. Memorial. A memorial is an event, a location, or a structure that honors a person or a group of people who have left a lasting impression on others. A memorial service was held last week for a police officer who died while on duty. The police officer was memorialized at a special service. Memorial services are held at funeral homes, churches, or public meeting areas when someone dies. The Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. was built in honor of Abraham Lincoln. Special cemeteries for soldiers are memorials for people who have given their lives for their country. Many memorials include the names of people who have died. The Holocaust Memorial in Berlin memorializes the millions of innocent civilians who were killed by the Nazis during World War II. The 9/11 Memorial in New York City memorializes the thousands of innocent people who were killed by Al-Qaeda. Some memorials feature an eternal flame that is never extinguished. Mercy. A person who receives mercy is hurt or punished less than what was originally expected or deserved. Mercy is shown to people who are guilty of bad behavior, but mercy may also be shown to people who are completely innocent of any wrongdoing. The judge showed no mercy on the man who was guilty of theft. The lion showed mercy on the mouse that he captured. He let the mouse go. The captured soldiers begged for mercy before they were executed. The man asked God for mercy as his house collapsed in the storm. The word merciful is an adjective. The merciful lion allowed the mouse to go free. A merciful judge reduced the man's prison sentence from 10 years to 2. The opposing team was unmerciful, beating their opponents with a score of 20-0. Mess. If something is not organized, it might be a mess. A mess results when things are not in order or when mistakes are made. A mess could also be a problem that is not easy to fix. Linda created a big mess in the kitchen as she was making a cake. Terry's hair is a mess today. My son has to clean his room. It's a mess. Traffic is a big mess this morning due to a construction project. The situation in the Middle East is a mess. In the next set of sentences, the word mess is a verb. The simple form is mess. The past tense is messed. And the past participle is messed. The children messed up the whole house when they had their friends over. The house was all messed up. John said he messed up his test. I'm sorry, I messed up. As a form of slang, mess plus with forms mess with. To mess with something or someone means to change, touch, adjust, fool, or cause trouble. Don't mess with my computer. Tim's not serious. He's just messing with you. This optical illusion is messing with my head. To mess around is to have a relationship with another person. Tina caught her husband messing around with another woman. A couple of teenagers were messing around in the back seat of a car until a police officer walked up and tapped on the window. However, to mess around is also similar to goof around or screw around. Stop messing around and get back to work. The kids are messing around in the basement. Metal. A car has a lot of metal in it. Coins are made of metal. Most tools are made entirely or partly of metal. Metals, such as copper and aluminum, are good conductors of electricity. Gold and silver are precious metals. A metal roof is a good choice for houses located in areas prone to fires. Metal detectors are used at airports for scanning passengers before they board planes. When a metal such as steel oxidizes, it turns to rust. The word metallic is an adjective. Metallic paint gives the appearance of metal on any object that's painted with it. If you put aluminum foil in your mouth, you'll experience a metallic taste. Furniture with metallic features looks very modern. One last thing to mention about metal. This is also a type of rock music that is very fast and very loud. It began in the 1970s and it remains popular today. My friend Roger listens to metal. He's a metalhead. His hair is really long, he wears a lot of black clothing, and he has tattoos all over his body. Metal bands like Slayer and Metallica are popular among people who listen to heavy metal. Method. A method is a way of doing something. It's a technique. You could also say it's the use of a person's skill and knowledge. Charles has an interesting method for playing the piano. Sal's methods for increasing sales have been successful. People around the world use different methods for making bread. Mark uses a method approach to acting. The methods that Jimi Hendrix used in playing the guitar in the 1960s are widely imitated today. The government's methods of getting people to pay taxes were not effective. What kind of methods does the teacher use in teaching the class? The word methodology is similar to the word method. The ology ending sounds more scientific or researched. The university doesn't approve of his methodology. The doctor's methodology came into question following the accident in the lab. This methodology is relatively new. Mild. If something is mild, it is not strong. It might be kind of weak. Whether or not something is mild has a lot to do with the perception of an individual person. This word is an adjective. Temperatures this week have been mild. Last year, we had a mild winter. The audience's reaction to the performance was mild. This salsa is not too spicy. It has a mild flavor. These peppers are too mild. We need something stronger. The medicine she's taking has had a mild effect on her ability to drive. A mild sedative helped relax the man, and soon he fell asleep. Sandra thought the perfume she was wearing had a mild scent, but the people around her were left gasping for air.
Your friends all say